like that's supposed to be a reference that I don't understand.
I don't think it's from anything. It's just, I don't
Okay.
know.
Just randomly
Well,
calling me the god.
you know me, I'm the queen of saying things but not knowing where it comes from.
This is true. Oh my
So
god, that's a throwback to like the third episode. We
wait,
haven't really
what
talked
did
about
I
it
say?
since. That's exactly what it was. I was like, "Where is that from?" And you were like, "I don't know. Like, I'm the queen of doing that." So,
But do you remember what the quote was?
no,
No. Okay.
no. And then it
How
became
are
a thing.
you?
I'm okay. I just showered and I just hit a wall. Like, I didn't really do anything today besides run. And like, you would have thought I worked all day or done something productive all day. But yeah, just that shower just really kicked my butt. I don't
Sometimes when I
know.
feel like you get out of the shower, you're like, and now my day is over.
Yeah,
Especially if
like
you're
your
an
body's
evening
just
shower.
like, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, that's why we kind of shifted our like recording time. Like it's been falling on Monday and we're just recording like
Yeah.
after I log off from work. It ends up being around like 5. Right now it's 5:12 p.m. on Monday, but we were historically doing 7:30 p.m. And like that was no good for anyone because I was basically half asleep by the time we started recording. So it could be worse.
Could be worse for sure. It's still light out. Like, we're good. How are you? You had a
I'm
busy day
good.
today.
Very busy. I've been like staring at a screen. Like I literally had to put Lumify in my eyes and they still don't even look white. Like my eyes were burning just because I was
Really?
like intensely like looking at my computer all day.
Hmm.
And then I sent my friend, my other friend, Jess, her name is also Jess, a voice memo and like gibberish was coming out of my mouth. So you're in for it today. You're going to need to carry the
Perfect.
team.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
If you hear any birds in the background, it's because my window is open, but it kind of fits nicely with our topic today because we'll be talking about like the intersection of weather and seasons and mental health. But before we get there, obviously I'm a summer house junkie. I think we need to take a second for like the whole West of Amanda of it all,
Yes.
if you will.
West of Amanda.
West and Amanda. See, it's
West
already.
of Amanda.
I said carry
Yeah.
the team, not call me out. Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, there's a scandal going on, and people are feeling a certain type of way about it.
Yeah, I've actually never seen so much hate online,
It's crazy.
like toward one person. Not even scandal.
I don't even know what that is, and people keep referencing it, and I'm like, I keep meaning to go back and figure out what that is, but I'm sure
It's a
nothing's going on.
Vanderpump Rules, like similar situation. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there's like a scandal going on with this reality TV show, and people are very clearly picking sides, and there's a lot of cyberbullying going on.
A ton.
Yeah, and like obviously we are so empathetic and look at everything through a human lens, so we're just like, okay, everyone in this situation is human.
Yeah.
And we've put that out in our newsletter, on TikTok.
There are not some happy people on
People are
TikTok.
still not happy about this, about that everyone's human.
I think the point was missed, though. I think people were misconstruing what we were saying.
Yeah.
I think they thought we were saying Amanda is the victim in the situation. No.
Yeah. No.
Sierra is the victim. Poor Sierra. We ride at dawn. Like Team Sierra all the way. Yeah. If what we know or what we think we know
actually
is
true.
We're
right.
only operating off of the pieces of the puzzle that are being told to us. And like at the end of the day, you never really know what's true and you know what's half true. However, all we were saying and the point we were getting across is Amanda is also a human in this. So even though she probably made a big mistake and she was a very bad friend to Sierra, yada yada, she is still on the receiving end of all of this hate. And it sucks for her too. And the cyberbullying is not warranted. Like that's the only line that we were trying to draw. But I think people were thinking we were trying to take sides. We weren't.
It's funny because when I posted that, I actually wasn't even talking about Amanda. I was talking about everybody. And the first person that I tagged in that post was Sierra. Like thinking about Sierra too in the fact of like, that's a real friendship that she had that is maybe broken now. And like, just continuing to add to the fire and like people are backing Sierra up, but I think sometimes like that person might not even want that. Like they might not want like the rally behind them and all of that hate towards other people. Like that's not like helping them in the situation. So just thinking about friendships that were lost and not only like we're going to get our pitchforks out and go knock on Amanda's door, like just thinking about the friendships that were lost the cyberbullying that's going on, like literally just everything. And I think a lot of people would say like, yes, they signed up for reality TV. Yes, there's going to be speculation about their life and there's going to be opinions. That's fine. There can be online speculation and opinions, but like death threats and like ridiculous things are just not warranted in any situation.
I know. And like, they're not even just coming for Amanda, like in the context of the situation, like her making a poor mistake as a friend. And like, they're coming for like her lack of personality, her lack of ambition, her laziness, how she can't capitalize on opportunities, her style. Like, I'm seeing people attack her from all sides. Yeah. And I'm just like, my heart just does go out to her regardless of her mistakes. So whatever, just want to clear that up. I actually did love though how Giggly Squad talked about it, Hannah and Paige, which I think is very unlike them. And basically they just said like, we stand with Sierra. Obviously she's our really good friend in life. And so Sierra's just fine. She has a wonderful support system.
She does.
And it's Amanda that I'm worried about.
I know.
But anyway, neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's actually what made me like the language in the post is from like I kind of got the idea from Giggly Squad because they were like, just remember like this is our real friend and like real things are going on, like this is our real life. And so I think in my caption I said like, don't forget that these are real humans with these were real friendships, real relationships, real feelings, emotions, all the things. So yeah, it's hard to remember that these people aren't just on TV. This is like
the line gets
life.
very blurred and people have like a sense of ownership or like entitlement to like say whatever they want.
That's exactly
because it's so lost on them like that. They've been watching this person on their screen for so long. It's like a parasocial relationship almost.
They have to have so many studies that are about reality TV.
Like, maybe.
I don't know. They should.
I was going to say maybe in the future.
Yeah.
But enough about that. Hard pivot to our topic because I'm excited to talk about.
Yeah. I'm so excited too, actually. Because I'm like, I feel it so hard.
You've always said that. You're like the mood. No, not already. The weather dictates my mood. And I think like it's deeper than that. Like it's not even just like the weather on a given day. Like it's a full season, right? And like depending on where you live, like there's so many factors. And so I think it's just interesting maybe to talk about like our ideal weather day. I think we've said this before, but it really does like have the ability to make us have a whole different like perspective on like the day and the week. So I'm curious, like where do you thrive?
My ideal weather day is like 80, sunny, not a cloud in the sky, maybe a little humid, but not too humid.
Who like opts into humidity? Like maybe a little humid would be preferable.
I mean, like if you're thinking about 80 and sunny, I think you just automatically assume it's humid. So I'm just clarifying that I don't want all the humidity. But yeah, like just sunny, birds are chirping, people are outside. But yeah, I always thought that everyone preferred that day, but until
you heard my hot take. Until you met me. Actually, everybody else does. It's just me. I'm the minority. Yeah, I don't know. I love like an overcast, breezy day. Like 50s, 60s. Maybe 50s is a little bit chilly. I don't know why. It just feels cozy to me.
Yeah.
Of course,
I feel like if it's 60 and overcast, it probably feels like in the 50s. So that's probably a good bet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not
like
60 and sunny. Yeah.
Like I need a breeze in the air. But I do love a beautiful weather day like in the summer when I'm like down the shore and have access to like the beach or whatever. But I think we talked about this in a prior episode. Like when I was young, my mom would always be like, it's a beautiful day outside. Like go make the most of it. And so now as an adult, when you're like, you know, locked in front of your computer for hours on end and it's beautiful outside, it just makes you feel like you're like missing out on a whole world or like not optimizing the time like you should, but you just don't have a choice. But even when I was in Australia, like I remember riding a bike and it was like 90 degrees, beautiful day. And I just felt sad. And I was like, I just wish it was like an overcast day. That I just want to like go to the movies right now.
Interesting.
I don't know. There's got to be some kind of psychology behind it, but
I definitely do appreciate like a crisp day where it's overcast, like, and it's breezy and the breeze feels cold. I appreciate those days, like especially after like when it's starting to be fall. I'm like, ooh, this feels really refreshing. But I don't think it's my ideal weather day.
Actually, maybe that's also why I have like PTSD, because obviously I was an endurance runner, and so I never like fared well in the heat, and I would come back from summer break after like literally doing like 2 days, going to the gym, like working my ass off because I always had to work so hard. And my coach would be like, Karli, why didn't you do the workouts over the summer? And I'm like, I did. I did like double. And then lo and behold, it would like enter fall, like late September, early October. And I could like breathe again, and I would easily shave like a minute off my time. And he'd be like, there she is. And I'm like,
that's
see,
so funny.
it just took me a little. So maybe that's also why I don't like the heat, because it like I associate it with having to like go out and train. And it was just like oppressive. And I always just felt like absolute shit.
I feel like you have something there, actually.
Maybe.
There might be something there.
There might be. I also love looking at it through the lens of like our ancestors, right? So like aside from how people prefer to feel on a given day, or like their preferred weather day, we have like all the way back to how our ancestors were, and like the reason for the season, right? So like summer was when they were like always on the move. They would probably socialize more because it was like so nice out. They were like gathering and preparing, right? Optimizing daylight. And then winter would hit, and they would be like conserving their energy, hibernating, resting, like eating all the food that they hunted and gathered throughout like the spring and the summer. So I feel like even today we still operate on that basis, but we're in like a modern day that we don't really need to operate that way. But our body, it's like transitioned so quickly that we're still like wired to kind of live like our ancestors did.
Yeah.
You know,
I would love the input of someone that like doesn't live where there's all 4 seasons. Like, I don't know, like in California or in the South somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Cause I do feel like that is just like my innate, like what I want to do in the winter is just like hibernate and just stay in. I mean, it doesn't help that there's like not a ton to do outside anyway.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. I feel like people do tend to like hate the winter, but I'm like, if you just lean in to like what we were meant to do in the winter and just accept that to be the case, like it is time to just like rest. And we'll get into it because I kind of want to go season by season, so like I won't spoil, but I feel like the way to kind of navigate the seasons, if you do live, you know, in a place like us in the Northeast where you do experience all 4, it's like embracing the season for what it does have to offer instead of what it doesn't, instead of trying to force a summer mentality in the winter. No, like lean into like the warm meals, like the early nights, the coziness of it all, you know?
Yeah. So let's go season by season. Season by season. We can start with spring because we are living and breathing it right now, and I'm so happy for it.
I love spring.
I love spring.
Spring
just
always
like
just
when
feels...
you hear the birds chirping for the first time, like I'm like,
oh. Yeah, you're like, oh, I forgot you existed.
Yeah,
birds are
like,
a thing.
Oh, there's nature.
No, literally, I know. I feel like we finally have longer days with like daylight savings, and it's just like obviously more vitamin D, more time outside. It's just a natural serotonin boost. But then there's also like this whole aura of like new energy, like out with the old, in with the new. Hence, like spring cleaning, clean out the closets, give your house a deep clean. And
Open
it's just
windows,
like this sense of hope.
Air.
Yes. Yeah, it's like it's different though. I feel like fall can be similar in terms of like new beginnings, but with spring, it just feels more of like a renewal. Like a reinvention. No,
I totally agree. I feel like a fall is like okay, it's time to wind down mentality. It's like let's prepare for the next, but like it's winding down instead of like ramping up. And so yeah, spring is one of my favorite. Like I think late spring into early summer is like my favorites, where you get like those 60-degree days and then you get the 80-degree days, and it's like all kind of mixed in. This is like a little too early for me now still. Like it was 47 today or whatever it was. Still a little too cold.
I was going to say, well, early April is always like that really weird in between where it feels like we are in like full blown spring, but the weather is still slow to come around. So it's like going back and forth, and it's almost like a tease. And I actually always ask people this question, like, would you rather get those like teaser days? So we have a couple days in like the 60s, the 70s, but then it retreats back and it's like back into the 30s and 40s, and you're like, fuck, this feels like so cold. Or would you rather not have them at all and not be like getting whiplash when it comes to the weather and having your expectations be all over the map?
Them.
Really?
I think I'd rather, because Because like I feel like that happened to us like late March, where it was like 70 degrees one day, sunny, beautiful. And then it's like, once you like leap into that, it's like, okay, now I want to do this all the time. You're like reminded of what you're missing. It's like, if I can't have it yet, I don't want to know about it, you know?
Yeah.
Probably because it hits me so hard. Like that I'm like, oh, I can feel it. And then it's like taken away from you for the next month.
Yeah. And like those beautiful days become your benchmark. So then when it is like in the 30s or the 40s, like you're comparing the cold to like the day prior that was beautiful. And you're like, oh my God, it's miserable. It's freezing. And it's like, well, actually a week ago, this would have been like the warmest temp that we've seen all winter.
Oh my gosh.
And we would have been praying for like a 40-degree day. But now everyone's like cursing its name. It's just funny perspective.
That's actually funny because I made a TikTok. When was it? It was like, I think it was in the fall when I was like saying about the power of perspective, and it was exactly that. Like in the winter when we have a 50-degree day, like my windows are down in my car when we have those like random warm days, and I'm like, this is the best, like 50 degrees, perfect. But like in the summer, if there was a 50-degree day, I would be like getting my parka out, like, and it's just funny. So yeah, I think to answer your question, I think I would rather just not have those days at all. What about you? I assume that you would like to have them based on your reaction.
Yeah, I feel like I would think about it more like absolute versus relative. Like, yes, it sucks, but like I would just rather be blessed with those days. But it's all in the expectation, right? I know we're in early April, so it's like a bonus instead of like, and now that's my expectation. Like, it's like, oh, that's a pleasant surprise.
I'm the other
I'll
way.
Take it.
I think my expectation is, oh, you showed me what you can do. Now do it. Instead of like you're over promising and under delivering.
You're like, I know you're capable of more. You showed me that.
No, actually it is. I'm like, I just said this to my mom recently. I was like, I demand excellence from everyone in my life. Like, I just really do. And it like bites me in the ass sometimes, I feel like. But yeah, Mother Nature is no different, honestly. I hold her to the same standards as everyone else in my life. So,
well, as your best friend, I thank you and keep doing that because that'll make me great. Keep holding me at that highest standard. I always say that too, though. I'm like, the people in my life, like I hold to a really high bar, or else you're not going to be in my life. I'm sorry. Not like I mean, that sounds harsh. Like if you're doing you, like I don't really care how you live your life, but as it impacts me, like there's a lot of stuff like I don't tolerate. And it's not even just with people, but it's with our quality of life. Like when we talk about our big dreams, like we just want the best. Yeah. We say that in all regards.
Yep. So true.
I'm curious, you just moved, so I guess you haven't really done too much like spring cleaning, but are you usually like a big spring cleaner? Like when you approach spring, that's not something typically on your radar?
Not really. I feel like I just like to open the windows during the day. Like that's like my spring cleaning attitude, is like getting the fresh air to move throughout the house and like getting rid of that stale air. Yeah. What about you?
No, I'm not a huge spring cleaner. And if you saw my room right now, you'd be like, yeah, bitch, I know you're not. I no, you know what my problem is? I have no room for my clothes. Yeah. And I think I might have said this last week, but I actually just my dad ran to the funeral home earlier. I was like, can you grab my clothes? Because that's where I store like a lot of my like opposite season clothes. So I have so many sweaters, and like because winter clothes are just so bulky, I recently bought a lot of new clothes, and I'm like, don't have anywhere to put them. So I am going to
bring them over to me.
I know. Well, I haven't cleaned anything out yet, so make sure. Careful what you wish for. When I drop off 4 trash bags, you're going to be like.
I'm usually the one, seriously, like my sister-in-law, my mom, like my mother-in-law, ask them all. I always have a bag of clothes for them. Like always. I am the giver, so I would love to receive.
Okay, well, allow me. My friend,
even like Aunt, like when he goes through his clothes, I'm like, we're giving these to like my brothers or his cousins. Like I'm not like throwing them out or giving them to Goodwill or whatever.
Yeah, just like the best freaking feeling though, to clear space.
It is.
Like there's nothing better. Okay, should we go into the next season? Or do you have anything else to say about spring?
My favorite.
Yeah, this is where you thrive. So I'll let you take the reins here.
And my birthday is in the summer, so that's probably another reason why I love the summer. True. I feel like it's just like summer equals happiness. Like it really does. Like everyone is
summer.
And
plus
if you don't agree, you're wrong.
Happiness.
I have a sun necklace right now. My mom got it for me. Yeah, summer through and through. I just feel like it just provides so much opportunity for socializing, fun, being in nature, getting to see the sun, the water, all the things. Like, I just think it just grounds me personally. And I think it
Yeah.
grounds a lot of people. Maybe they don't like see it as that, but I think being near the water, being in the sun, like those are just so good for us biologically, and it just makes you feel better.
It makes me think though, like we're lucky enough to live on the coast. What about people who are like landlocked? Like they don't get
Well, I
those
think there's like
luxuries.
lakes, like people do a lot of
That's
lake
true.
days or whatever. But yeah, no, I like Aunt was talking about moving to, I don't want to misspeak, but I think it was Greenville, South Carolina.
Probably.
It's like 3.5 hours from the coast because there's like this company there that he really wants to work for. And I'm like, no, what am I moving south for? Like, if I have to be 3.5 hours away from the water, like that doesn't do anything for me. I'll just stay here. So yeah, no, I totally feel for those people that aren't easy access to a beach or like a big body of water to enjoy.
Yeah. Because like I now love summer, but I didn't always love summer. Right. And so I think it like ebbs and flows. Like I did not love summer when I spent my summers in New York City doing an internship in finance and
Yeah, that sounds miserable.
training my ass off for cross country. And then, you know, when I was working in finance, like I didn't really get a lot of time off and I was in the office every day. So I have recently, within the last, I would say like 4 years, found my love of summer again. But that's because I have the luxury of living down the shore and getting to spend time on the beach and seeing my friends every weekend because they all go down the shore as well. And I teach Pilates. Like I genuinely love what I do in the summer. And so I think it's just like it's not just necessarily true for everybody across the board. Like there's a lot of nuance that goes into it. But objectively, the weather is beautiful. There's so much daylight, long days. Like that's just inherently good for the soul and the body. Like that's just science.
It's science as per we think it is.
No, it is. There's so much like, and listen to like any Andrew Huberman podcast.
I just think it's funny when we say things are science or like whatever, and like I don't know, are they actually?
Everything
or was it a TikTok?
No, everything is science.
I also think we were like grown up to believe that summer is the best because we had off all summer for school. And I feel like I can't like pinpoint it, but I feel like I remember having a hard transition when I started working full time, like after college, because summer is supposed to be like rest. And so the first couple times that you have to go through the year and work and do things all year long and not have that really big gap to like have fun and be stress free, I feel like that was really disorienting.
Yeah, you like never got that reprieve.
Yeah.
Because you always like look towards summer because it's like, okay, I can do anything for a finite amount of time. So like if the school year sucked, you're like, I have a break coming. I have 3 months to just like reset and relax. And then you start working and you're like, wait, this is literally Groundhog's Day every single day. And I never get that reprieve. And yeah, like, I mean, same thing. I think when summer finishes up and you go into fall, people have PTSD from like starting school again. It's like kind of the inverse. Then you're an adult and you're channeling those feelings that you felt when you were a kid and you get like anxious about
the scaries.
Yeah. And you're like, wait, I don't have to do this anymore because I'm not going back to school. Like nothing is changing. I'm just still working, like whatever. Unless you're like a teacher, then obviously that's very specific for that job. But I still have more to say on summer actually, because I think it's interesting. I'm not done. You and I thrive off of structure. But with summer, there is like no structure. It's actually quite chaotic. Like for me, I know if I'm down the shore majority of the summer on a random Tuesday, I might go out to dinner at 8 p.m. and I might have a martini at Surfing Pig and go to bed at like 11 or like 11:30 and like wake up. Like I do embrace it in the season because I know it's like the time and the place, but it goes against everything that I stand for every other time of the year, you know?
But do you feel that it takes a toll on you, or are you fully able to embrace it? Because I feel like if you're fully able to embrace it and just accept that like that's what comes with the season, then that's fine, right?
That's
like,
true. And I guess that's like the comment that I made earlier. I've learned to lean in fully to the season that we're in and be present where my feet are and allow myself that grace and that ebb and flow and know that there's a time and place for everything. And in the summer, I'm not always going to be my most well-rested self or my most sober self. Like if the vibe is right and I want a martini, like I'll have it, like whatever. So I do think I am able to enjoy it. I just think it's interesting because it kind of goes against the things that make me feel really good.
Yeah, really like grounded.
Yeah.
I think there are other things though that might fill your cup during that season that kind of like make up for it. So like being in the sun, being by the water, I'm speaking for myself a little bit, but and just being with like family and friends, like when it's not that often in the other seasons that like you get to do those things. So, or enjoying like a good cocktail or enjoying good food. Like how often do you go out to eat? You know what I mean? So I feel like
That's
filling
true.
your cup in other ways kind of like hopefully does the trick.
Yeah. On the flip side though, there's also a lot of parts of summer that are challenging. And I know when we go to colleges, we kind of say the same thing about the college experience to the students. And we're like, everybody tells you these are the best 4 years of your life. And they put so much pressure on the years of college. I think it's similar with summer. It's like the best time of the year, the best like 3 months. And a lot of people travel to Europe and like everybody's having a Euro summer and like people are always out and about being social. And like you just said, like going out to dinner, like hanging out with friends. And I think there's a lot of potential for FOMO and stuff. So I think there's also like the grass isn't always greener, if that makes sense.
No, I have definitely felt that a lot, especially like I remember feeling that way when I was in school, like when I had off for the summer and I would see people doing things like hanging out. Like I felt like I spent a lot of my time at home, like watching my siblings or just like, I don't know, like my mom worked night shift. She would sleep during the day. So like, I feel like I wouldn't really usually be at a friend's house during the day. So I definitely have felt that. And like, I think I get a lot of FOMO with going down the shore. Like, and I can't make it work as much as we would like to usually. And like when I work every other or every third weekend and like we just have other obligations at home on the other weekends, like I get major FOMO with that because I look back on the summer and I'm like, I went down the shore 2 times or whatever it is. And that's a place that I love going. So yeah, I mean, I definitely put very heavy expectations on summer.
Yeah. I think that season more than any of them welcomes in comparison culture for sure. And like even like body image, that's also something that I really struggle with. And I think like leading up to summer and then obviously throughout summer, there's this huge emphasis on what you look like and then also what
Summer
you
bod.
feel like. Yeah. And everyone's like, it's shredding season and you're wearing shorts and you're on the beach in a bathing suit. And it can be triggering too to like hear other people talk about it. Like I know I'm sometimes around people that are like, oh my gosh, summer's in a couple weeks. Like I'm not eating for like, I can't eat until Memorial Day weekend. And like, it's a joke, but like the sentiment is there. And I'm like,
it comes from a very real place. Yeah.
Yeah. And as somebody who's dealt with disordered habits for a really, really, really freaking long time and have since healed recently, like that thought and that voice will always be in the back of my head. It's just, I don't act on it anymore. So it's even more triggering when somebody puts that thought in my head and is planning on acting on it. And I'm like, wait, should I be like cutting calories and carbs ahead of summer? Like it just makes me feel like really insecure.
Yeah. No, I can totally understand that. And there's most emphasis on how you look in the summer, less clothes, and then also you're probably eating and drinking more than you do all year. So it's just like a real recipe for disaster.
Right.
Yeah. It just is.
But I do feel like what you said is like placing the emphasis on the importance of like going out to eat and embracing moments like that and like not worrying about the structure, but then also not putting all of the emphasis on your body and on your appearance and like just leaning into those moments because kind of what we talked about last week, everything is temporary. And so feeling a little bit uncomfortable in your body because you went out 4 times for dinner this week. Like it's really all about human connection and experiences and just like keeping the focus on what matters. So much easier said than done, but I think summer is the perfect opportunity to challenge yourself and do that.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Less emphasis on the external things that don't really matter and more on the things that do.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's
a good wrap up for summer.
Yes, roll right into
summer.
fall.
You have my heart. All right, we can move on.
I actually love fall. Fall's always been my favorite season. I don't know why. I don't know if it is like, it just feels like, I would say new beginnings, like, and spring and fall mirror each other like that. They both are kind of like new beginnings for different reasons. Like, I think with spring, obviously we just saw a long winter through. And so it's like the rebirth of like the flowers and the trees and the birds are out again. But like with fall, I think it's a little bit different in that it feels less of like a renewal or like a reinvention and more of like, okay, let's get serious again, because it, as kids, it coincided with the beginning of the school year. And as an adult, I think a lot of people travel over the summer. Things just move slower, like in the office and like with deadlines. Like the summer's not a toss away, but everybody's just like, it's summer, like job hiring kind
nothing
of halts.
serious is happening.
Right. So then fall comes around and it's like, all right, let's actually bunker down. Like it's time to like get shit done.
It's time to get serious. Yeah.
Right. And so it kind of has like that back to school energy even throughout adulthood, which I think it's really comforting for me because I thrive off of structure. So I think that's a reason why I love that season.
And it's a really perfect way because you have been off of your routines all summer and it has been a little bit of a shit show in a good way. Like it is a nice like switch when you like feel that crisp air and those leaves start falling. You're like, okay, this is like time to bunker down, like you said. So yeah, it's kind of nice that we have that, like to be able to just kind of reset us a little bit. Like, okay, your fun was had. Like, let's get serious again.
Yes, 100%. And I thrive off of not only structure, but discipline. Like I'm a super disciplined person. So while the summer is like that season to like let myself just have fun and be like, you know, whatever, like go with the flow. Fall, I'm like, all right, let's get it. Like, yes. Yep. All good things must come to an end.
Because if it was summer all year, okay, I'm like basically saying what everyone's telling me about moving to Florida. But if it was summer all year, then like, you don't really get that.
Well, hey, it's not too late to change your mind. I won't be mad if you decide to stay.
Oh, it's okay. I just got done telling you how much I love summer, so
that is true.
We're just basically getting rid of winter.
Yes.
In Florida. We're just eliminating winter. We're keeping like spring and fall, right?
Okay.
It still
whatever
gets a
you think.
Chilly.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Like, there's still a little bit of like,
I guess it depends on what
summer.
part, maybe. I don't know. Don't ask me anything about geography.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. We'll report back in about a year's time.
I actually wanted to call out that fall feels grounding. I saw you have that in the outline, but like that's crazy because I was gonna say that it feels grounding. I feel like something about the crisp air just feels comforting.
And that's my favorite feeling ever. Like the crispness, like a crisp morning. Like I think everybody can identify with that sensation. Like the very first time you step outside and like you need a sweatshirt. Like I love like sweatpants, a sweatshirt, and like comfy shoes of some sort. And like that's just like my thing. Or like having a warm cup of coffee on the porch in the morning in the fall. Like it just hits differently. And then you were just saying the smells, right? So like Halloween is my favorite holiday, which is diabolical, but it's true. And not Halloween like the 31st of October. Like you won't catch me, let me be very clear, you will never catch me at a Halloween party. You will never catch me dressing up. Like that's not why I love
don't
Halloween.
Even invite you, honestly.
No, please don't. I love this season. I love like all spooky things. I love bonfires. I love the decorations. I love haunted hay rides. Like that's my jam. On the day of Halloween, I'll just be at home with a drink, maybe like handing out candy to little kids. Like that's my ideal. And then closing out with some Michael Myers movies or something. But that's like the cozy vibe. Isn't it funny though how I'm like going through that, and so much of what we enjoy when it comes to seasons like has to do with senses, like what we're smelling, seeing, feeling, tasting, like, and I'm just learning. Like I love like the comfy senses. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm like literally in an alternate universe in my head right now. Like you think I'm on actual crack cocaine. I'm not, but I'm just exhausted.
I love that you had to call out that you're not. That's somebody. That's what somebody would say if they were on crack cocaine. By the way.
Guilty. Caught.
All right. The winter.
You're over fall. You're like, okay,
I'm
next.
over fall.
Well, wait.
I'm ready to bash on winter.
We forgot to just say throughout like spring, summer, and early fall, the Phillies. So like obviously
okay.
that's a critical
Fine, fair.
part of like
Yeah.
enjoying a season. Like when they kick off in the spring, like that's the best freaking feeling ever.
It is.
Carry through the
Because
summer
yet
and then
again,
red October.
another symbol that like good things are coming. Like when they have their home opener, it's like, okay, we're going.
Yeah.
Like we're rolling.
Yeah.
Not we're
Okay.
going to the game. Like we're going. We're moving
Well,
along.
We can go to the game too.
Can go. No, the tickets were ridiculous. I'm like in this phase where concerts, like I want to go to these things so bad, but like I'm just not willing to participate in the ridiculous pricing and like
Yeah.
actually pay my money just because somebody wants to charge that. Like paying, like somebody that I work with paid $900 for Harry Styles tickets, like face value, and I just like, that's criminal. Like it's just criminal to charge as much as they're charging for things, and it's only getting worse, and I'm like refusing to participate in it because it's ridiculous.
Well, it's like the fees that get you after. So you're like, all right, I'll pay $300 for a ticket, and then by the end of the transaction, it's like
$450
plus. Yeah, no, literally, it's like, and you're gonna pay 50% of that.
That's also criminal too.
Right. But wait, also, I'm still like stuck on $900 for Harry Styles. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, what? Is there anybody that you would pay $900 to see in concert?
No. Not even like Justin Bieber. Like I say Justin Bieber because he's just like an icon, and like
Yeah.
to go to, he's so good, naturally good, that I would love to go to one of his concerts, but no, I wouldn't. I would rather go on like a cruise or something for $900.
Right.
Like seriously.
You could do a lot with $900.
You could do a lot.
Okay, I don't know how we got there, but let's go from cruises to
Because I
winter.
went off on a tangent.
Well, we do like to do that. Okay,
Cruises
winter
are best
gets
in the
so much
winter,
hate.
honestly.
Jess, moving along.
It's also to do with winter.
I lost my headphone. I came too far from my laptop since my camera likes to zoom in on my face. So I'm like editing the reels after, and I'm like, why is this so close? Like, I don't like posting reels because my face is literally right there.
Your face.
I'm like, I mean, I guess it's your face too, but like you don't have a visceral reaction to it like I do. People hate on winter. And I think it's because it's so long, right? Like it starts, I guess we can call it November. I know it's not like technically, I think it's November 22nd.
It starts getting
Is that
pretty
typically?
cold.
And then it's like
I
November,
don't know.
December, January, February. Yeah, like it's a long freaking time. And I think when you have too much of anything, people start to hate on it, but especially when it's like those short days and you live in the north where it can get, you know, below freezing and you're dealing with the elements like snow, and it's just a
like
lot.
cumbersome. Yeah.
Yes. Obviously directly correlates with like less vitamin D and sunlight. So like again, serotonin dips, the complete opposite of like the spring and summer. So like there is biology behind it. But I also think there's some really good elements of winter, like obviously the holidays, and like I love living in the Northeast and having like a cold Christmas and like the potential for a white Christmas. Like, could you imagine living in California and having a Christmas tree up when it's 85 degrees outside?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do well with that.
I mean, I will say I think it's because that's what we're used to. But yeah, I mean, from what we know to going there, that would be kind of crazy.
I do agree. It is like what we're
Just
used to.
probably wouldn't feel like Christmas. Like you can
Right.
have the decorations, you can have the trees and the presents, but like it's just not going to internally feel like Christmas, you know?
Yeah, no,
So
that's
as
true.
to what we know it to be.
Yeah. But I guess I'm also speaking from the perspective of like that ebb and flow. Like I associate the holidays, like you said, with like the colder weather, but I'm thinking about like a California or a Florida where that's their year round. And like, I don't think I would want that either. So maybe I'm just really saying I like variety.
Yeah.
Kind of goes
That's
back
fair.
to like Joe Dispenza, the importance of novelty and like new experiences, like the same thing on repeat, I think would just drive me crazy.
Yeah.
But like obviously when it comes to winter, I feel like kind of again opposite to summer, it's very much less of like a social time of year, and so I think people just tend to like stay indoors. It gets darker a lot earlier, so people are like going to bed earlier, and I think that there's just a little bit more room for like feeling super lonely or like isolated. And I know when I lived in my apartment in South Philly and I lived alone for the first time, I lived there throughout winter, and was kind of miserable because I wasn't going out a lot. It was freezing, and obviously it was dark a lot of the day, and I just started to kind of go insane.
Yeah. I will give winter one thing though. when it gets dark early, I do go to bed so much earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do like the signal of winding down at like 4:30.
No, I love that too.
Because then you're like ready for bed by like 7:30 and you're like, oh, I have so much more time to like relax. You know, it like forces you to like start relaxing earlier. I do like that. But
and you don't feel guilty because you're like, what else would I be doing right now?
Right. Because it's dark.
Right.
And your body's just like ready. But
Yeah.
every single year, like with the daylight savings, I don't know how we never get used to it. Like every single year, I'm dumbfounded. I'm like, oh my God, it's 4:00 and it's dark. I can't believe it. Like, I don't know why we just
like it's the first time you've ever witnessed
we cannot
it ever.
figure it out. Yes. Yeah. Every year people complain about it and I am right along with them. But it's just like, guys, like we do this song and dance every year. Like, can we figure it out? It's that jarring every time. It really is.
I know.
It's like at the grocery store. Can you believe this? It's dark. And it's like, yeah, like it does this every year.
It is kind of like the one thing people talk about for like a week straight. Actually, I was just saying this the other day. Like people love to talk about the weather. I'm actually one of those people because it is such like an important driver in my life and like in my mood. And so I'm not just like commenting on the weather just to fill like the space, a void and like the space and and conversation. Because I always say I love silence. Like I'll sit next to anybody in silence. I don't need to fill it. However, if I'm talking about the weather, just know it's genuine and I genuinely want to talk about it because I feel a type of way. But I feel like once like daylight savings happens or whatever, like people love to like to bring it up. This is
Would
so
you
random.
agree?
Oh,
go ahead.
No.
Would you agree that it was a stare down? Would you agree that winter is like fine until after the holidays? Like, let's call it January 5th when you start coming down off that high and you have to clean up from Christmas and you're like, should I take my stuff down? The answer is yes.
1,000,000%.
Per Karli, you should take it down. But anyway, do you agree that after that is when the depression starts? Like, I feel like we have the holidays to get us through, but then it's like after the holiday wind down, you're like, oh shit, now what do I have?
There's nothing to look forward to. Well, that's why I always say you should have a vacation booked in like February or like March, like something on the calendar to look forward to. It doesn't have to be extravagant, but something just to get you through like that lull, because you are going to kind of enter like that come down, like the deep depression from the holidays. But I wanted to go back to something that you said about taking the decorations down, because I feel like this is a highly debated topic. When are you taking your Christmas decorations down? Are you like a rip the Band-Aid kind of gal, like January 1st?
I don't think I'm a good person to ask, because I asked if we could not put up Christmas stuff last year, like including the tree, because I didn't want to take it down. Like I get lazy. So much anxiety about taking it down and putting it back, and like, because I have it on packed up really nice, but then I take it all out and I have to pack it all back up really nice, and like, I don't know, like that gives me so much anxiety that I'm like, I just don't want to do it.
Like
so I put it off until I put it off until I have to. So I don't think I'm a great person for that question, but I'm not letting it go into February. Like probably like January 10th is a great time. Okay, so what's your expert opinion on that?
Well, I just always think I'm like a rip the Band-Aid off kind of girl. If it's got to be done eventually, like why do tomorrow what you can do today? So if Christmas is over, like it's done. And like I don't think
December 26th, rip it off.
No, because that is still like the holidays. Like it's still before New Year's. So like fully understand you don't want to like, you know, be packing everything up, because it's a job. It's a chore. Nobody wants to do that. But I think like January 1st, like maybe if you want to keep it up for Little Christmas, right, which is on January 6th, like maybe, but like it's got to go after that. But I also have like strong opinions in terms of like not decorating for Christmas before Thanksgiving, and like I have these opinions, but at the same time I'm like, do whatever you want. Like if it makes you happy and you're having a hard year and you need to put your Christmas decorations up in October, like you do you. Like absolutely. Yeah. It's not that serious, but like me and my household, like that's how I will operate it. Like sorry kids.
I'm so curious. I'm so curious to see like when you have your own place and you have to physically, like, I don't know what you do now at your house, but like I'm sure your mom helps put the decorations up. When you have to physically do it all, you might have a different opinion. It's a lot. And I had a little house. And I didn't have any lawn decorations. Like, it's a freaking job. I'm going to hire someone to, like, decorate the outside of my house. Like, to put lights up, to put, like, inflatable. Floatables.
See, you're on crack cocaine, too.
Maybe. No, maybe it's floatables because it's going to be when I live on the bay. It's going to be, like.
Oh, my gosh.
In Florida.
And that, folks, is on
Christmas
manifestation.
Decorations. Yeah, right.
Oh, my God. Okay, literally enough about this. Right, I think this is when we're just beating that dead horse as always. What we do best.
That one.
that one. It's been dead. I had like other questions, but I don't even want to get into them because it's not even worthwhile.
I just want to say something that I've been, and I think I'm losing my train of thought as I'm speaking, but like I've been thinking about talking about this topic, and I was really excited to talk about it because I wanted to say this one thing that I haven't said yet. Okay, so I feel like when spring comes around after winter and like you get that first nice day where the sun's out, the birds are chirping, you can open the windows. Like this year I like said out loud, like, I just love life. Like, this is what life's all about. And I felt like I could breathe again. But like, it's so sneaky because it's only then when you realized how bad you were feeling prior. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. I feel like it's such a slippery slope. Like, it's so sneaky because you have the holidays and like whatever. And then you get to this point and you like don't even realize how like depressed you are.
That's your sense of normal.
Yeah. And then like you get this one day and you're like, oh shit, this is like what life is supposed to feel like. This is what like being happy and like, I don't know, like it's just weird, but it's
and then
so
you realize
sneaky.
that you can feel like that every day, and then you decide to move to Florida. Jess and Ann.
Yes.
You're like, wait, I actually don't have to go through this.
No, I don't have
seasonal
to do
depression
this.
every year. I can just.
Do you
skip it all
think
together.
that seasonal depression hits you like more than the average person?
Me,
or do you feel like you're able to like boat it really well?
I'm fine with it. I actually don't really get super seasonally depressed, but I feel like it's because I thrive because I'm a homebody. So I absolutely love being home. I have the luxury of living with my parents right now. So I'm not in an apartment, isolated, feeling super alone. And I love like the holidays. And then I feel like January, February, March, like I also have a remote job. So the last couple of years, I've spent the month of March in Charleston. This year we went to the Super Bowl and then I was traveling for a bit. So like, I don't think I'm a fair person to ask because I think I'm coming from like a very privileged stance, but I also think it kind of caters to my inherent like personality type of being a homebody, loving going to bed early and chilling. And so I think I'm just fine with it, but I know it hits you hard.
That's fair. Yeah, it does. And I didn't think about it that much. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say that it hits me harder than the average person because I don't know. But I think it all hits us, or it hits us all in different ways. But yeah, I find myself every spring, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I feel like my eyes are open now. Like, I was asleep and like a zombie all winter. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
Well, now I'm thinking about your photo dump the other day, and you put the song Loving Life Again by Ella Langley, which I freaking love.
Yeah, that wasn't really that intentional. It was just about life, and it was a new song, and I liked it. So it wasn't like super deep, but
me trying to find the lines that like don't exist. I'm like, oh, that's the connection.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that was also about winter. That post.
Yeah, it was Q1. You're right.
Yeah, but so maybe whatever. I should just when I am in summer, I'll post Loving Life Again or in spring.
Yes,
just post it.
All right, I'm scared to ask this question, but did you come with an only human moment?
I did. Last minute. I just came. Well, it's kind of like similar to one of yours recently. Well, I guess we only started last week. Did we only start last week?
So does it have
Wait, it's actually, I felt like it was so long ago. Oh no.
Okay, I
mean,
last week.
It's just like the truth.
Okay, go ahead. Speak your truth,
just
my
the
friend.
Truth. So I worked over Easter weekend. I worked 12 hours Saturday and Sunday. And Saturday, like people bring in food for the holiday, whatever. I don't usually like indulge. And I've been trying is the word. I've been trying to be better about what I'm eating because I am exercising more. Like I'm just trying to like be more aligned with who I want to be, how I want to look, whatever. So
feel.
I've been staying. Yeah, exactly. So I've been, and like, well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I added that.
Well, okay.
I knew that was part of it.
So, well, yeah. I'm trying not to eat like a crazy amount of carbs. Like, so whatever. I love donuts. I love donuts so much. They're probably on my top 5 favorite food, along with soft pretzels. Like, I'm a carb junkie. We know that. So I'm trying to stay away from like crazy carbs like that. They brought in donuts. My dear friend Maggie, who I love so much at work, brought in donuts. They were like bougie donuts, like not Dunkin' Donuts. They were very nice. They looked delicious and smelled delicious. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pass. Like, we're good. I packed all of my food for the day. I don't need a donut, whatever. So I made that really good choice. And then someone brought in bagels, like from a really good place, like not just like Dunkin' Donut bagels. And I had one, and I had a cinnamon raisin bagel with strawberry cream cheese. And I was like, you know what? It's Easter, and I really freaking want this bagel. But I'm trying to find the line because, like, as we know, I'm a very black or white person. Like, I'm very like, no, I don't eat these things, or I do. And it's hard for me to like deviate because then like yesterday, like I was eating jelly beans. So it's like, it's a slippery slope for me because of like my mentality, which like obviously I'm working on. So I might be slipping down the slope. No, I was like, I didn't let myself feel like any type of way about eating the bagel. And it was so good. And I was like, I'm so happy that I did that.
I love that.
I sound like I'm micromanaging my food, by the way. It's really not that deep, but like,
no,
that's just
had
how
a
it
bagel
goes for me.
Yesterday. You're not micromanaging.
Well,
you're living life.
I know, but I'm like,
no, I get it. I have a lot of things to say on this topic, but I'm not going to say them right now because I actually think we could probably do an episode on this. Like we've done one on body image before, but I think it would be a really powerful episode to talk about like food freedom and finding that line because it took me a really long time to find that line. And I really battled with the binge and restrict cycle for years because I had that all or nothing black or white mentality. Not only did it not serve me mentally and emotionally, but it didn't serve me physically. I was the heaviest I ever was, even though I was restricting for, let's call it 85% of the time and only binging 15%. Like, it still made my body feel super out of whack because it didn't really know how to like predict or regulate. So I love this topic and it's one I feel really passionate about. So thank you for bringing that up. I feel like we should talk about it in the future. Especially
well, yeah, I mean, that was your only human moment last week and mine this week. So it's definitely kind of like top of mind.
Yeah, it'll always be up there for me. That's always something that I feel like I'm always aware of because I've battled with it in the past. My only human moment is yesterday we hosted Easter here at my parents' house and we had about 30 people from my family come over. A lot of kids. I would say maybe like 10 of them. And it was getting like towards the end of the night. And I kind of have like this, not Irish goodbye, but I will say goodbye to people at my own house. So like there's like there's a crew that stays later than the rest. And they know I'll go around and I'm like, I'm going to go shower. Like I'm going to go to bed. But even before that moment came last night, because it did come, I would have to like go up and take breaks in my room, like for like 5 to 10 minutes at a time because I was so overly stimulated. And it's a real thing, like HSP, hypersensitive person or whatever, like that is actually something that people get like diagnosed with, like, or as. And I definitely think I'm like a little bit of like an overstimulated person just naturally. And so there was one point where it was just like way too loud. I had been in like multiple conversations back to back to back and my social battery was just on E. And I was like, I actually can't do this anymore. And thank God I was at my own house. So I had the option to go upstairs and just shut the door. And I just took my phone and I just scrolled for like 5 minutes. And I was like, okay, exhale. And then I went back down. But then even so, like 8:30 came around and I was just exhausted and some of my family was still here. And I mean, they always know. They're like, bye, good night. And I'm like, bye. And I go upstairs and that's that. So they outlast me at my own house. But yes, take breaks when you need.
That's so
some of us
cute.
need them more than others.
Yeah, I mean, good for you for doing that. I mean, I think a lot of people would feel very like weird to do that at their own house when they're like helping host. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, not that like it's your house, like it's your parents' house, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I did go downstairs and my pop-up was like, where you been? I was like, where have you been? Like, I'm I'm like, why is it?
You were
He's
like the life of the
he's like,
party,
"I saw
apparently.
you."
Everyone saw you missing.
They felt my lack of presence.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my
Aw.
gosh. Well, this ended up being a long one. I thought this was going to be short, but kind of ended up being a long
Yeah,
one.
never think that.
When it comes
We
to us.
find a way.
Yeah.
Sometimes Carly's like, yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to talk about this topic for like 45 minutes. Like, and then we go to an hour. Like, in what world? are we living in?
Overachievers.
Yeah, seriously.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, second
Well,
episode
good to
after
see
our
you. I haven't
hiatus.
talked to
Yeah.
you since last Monday.
I know. That's not true. No, literally, if we're not talking
Yes, it is. We
business.
haven't like actually talked.
Yeah, no, I know.
Physically. Like,
I know.
out
Well,
loud.
we were also supposed to see each other, and then we never got that on the calendar.
I know. Yeah. That was my fault.
No, it's no one's fault. It's been just two ships passing in the night, but we will
Yeah, for real.
we'll find some time to catch up for real.
For real.
Okay. Well,
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Happy spring.
happy spring. We will see you guys next week.